Sup, fucker?
How the hell are ya?
You know, I was working on the logos and trying to AI pictures to be more t-shirt friendly. I think the first one I'm going to make is you. Because I've got a perfect screen grab of you doing the double finger guns. How the hell are you? Right at the bottom.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be perfect.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, I know a lady who prints t-shirts and
Yeah?
she'll give me a good deal.
Get that done pretty quick, especially if it has my face on it. She'll think that's hilarious.
It will be hilarious.
Yeah. It's funny, for Christmas, white elephant gifts. I'll just stalk all my family's Facebook pages and shit and find the most horrible pictures of everybody. and there was a time my brothers would just take each other's pictures and Photoshop them into some random ass something weird. And so they post them on their Facebooks, and so I'd take them off of their Facebooks pages and then have her print it on a mug or this year she made puzzles with the pictures that they were battling back and forth with.
That's awesome.
And I called my mom and I was like, hey, can you send me a picture of you flipping the bird? So that's what she does that all the time. She just flips us off.
Mm-hmm.
And so she sent me a picture we put it on a mug. It's pretty good.
That is pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I think white elephant gifts are actually better than real gifts sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Because it's this one actually took thought and care and effort.
Yeah.
Versus, you just went and bought me a bottle of cologne that I'm never going to wear.
Yeah, I think in our family Christmas parties, the white elephant thing is the most looked forward to. Everybody knows that. There's usually 5 or 6 gifts that are pretty decent things that people might want, but the rest of them are just
just fuck around gifts.
Yeah,
I like it.
Totally fuck around. And then there's some things that have passed down for years and years and years. One of them is it's in a Tiffany's box, and it's earrings, and they're carrots on earrings, and it's 2 carat earrings. But now, so we've been passing these around to every 1 year somebody will get it, and then they save it, and then all of a sudden it pops up the next year. But it's been 8 years, and these carrots are just fucking little pieces of.
You're just training
out.
Storage places. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
I remember one year, I was really little. My uncle called my mom on the phone and put me on the phone, and he's like, "What should we get for your sister for Christmas?" And I was like, "I don't know." He goes, "What about a box of cat or horse shit?" And I was like, "Oh, that would be hilarious." Lo and behold, Christmas Day comes around. We all open our gifts, and he got me something real, and my other sister something real, and my oldest sister gets this Banana Republic box, a big box, and opens it. It's full of horse shit. Didn't even get her a real gift. It was literally just a box of horse shit.
That's awesome.
I was like, that's hilarious. Still should have got a real gift too, but
yeah, maybe a gift card or something in there.
Just put a 20 in there and call it a day.
Yeah.
Or better yet, put the 20 at the bottom of the box so you have to dig for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty fucking ruthless move.
Yeah. So yeah, the way that we do our white elephant thing too is so there's fucking 40 of us. Me, my brothers, my mom, stepdad, and all their kids, and their kids' kids now. And, but everybody brings a gift, enough. So I would bring 5 gifts for my family. And, so we all sit down and draw a number, and the number that you have is the order that it goes in. And so you pick a gift off the table, open it, and then the next person picks a gift, or they can either pick a gift off the table or steal a gift from somebody else.
Oh.
So, like, if the first person picks something really cool, then the next person can steal it, and then so they get that one, and the original person has to draw again.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind
That's
of
pretty clever.
But each item can be stolen twice,
Mm-hmm.
and so like after it's been stolen twice, then that's it. It stays with that person. But like halfway through the game, everybody's here, take this. You want this? I'm trying to sell their shitty gifts off to somebody else. But yeah, it's fun.
I had the fucking earrings last year. I don't want them again.
I'm gonna lose them this year. Somebody that can fucking hold on to these. No, we had the earrings, and then we'd lost them, and then we just found them last year, and it had been like 3 years, and so like this last year we put them back in there, and it was like somebody got them, and it was fuck the earrings. Yeah.
These have been in the wind for so long, we thought they were gone.
Yeah. My brother, one year, so he was telling me about, can't remember what it was, but he was like, yeah, man, I keep hearing this stupid fucking song at Christmas time. And I'm like, this year it just makes me like, it's been making me super emotional when I hear it. Like, what song is it? And it was like the Christmas Shoes song.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's like, I was like, I don't know if I've ever heard it. And so he's trying to describe the song to me, and he's like choking up and like having a hard time even just talking about the song. And so I went to the DI and found these like red cowboy boots, took them home and like bedazzled them and painted them.
Oh my god.
Gave it to him as his Christmas shoes with the fucking copy of the CD of the Christmas shoes.
Jesus.
So that started entering the fucking white elephant like
circulation. That's
yeah.
awesome.
But
yeah, I always think about every year around Christmas time at work if we should do like a drawing for, you know, you buy somebody else in the building a gift, you know, like a $20 limit or whatever. And then I started thinking about the different people in my building and what I would get for some of them, and I was like, yeah, this is a fucking recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do this, because some of my quote-unquote white elephant gifts would just be like me being an asshole gifts.
Is this harassment?
It depends on if you take it that way. Actually, it depends on if you report it.
Yeah. I've been saying that, though. Like when somebody says something like, that's harassment and I don't like it.
Well, after that last harassment training we had, and so me and Yeg were in that training together, and the lady who's conducting it, you remember, she was very kind of like, she's trying to tell jokes, but she's super dry, and her jokes just aren't funny, like, at all.
Yeah.
It's like watching fucking Hannah Gadsby do stand-up.
Yeah.
Just painful. And so, like, me and Yeg are just taking shots at each other. And the lady is not fucking amused. And she's like, at what age can you not harass somebody about their age? And this motherfucker, without missing a beat, goes, 38. It's 38. And I was like, man, if you weren't from a third world country, I'd be mad. And this lady's just glaring us down like we're fucking beating up on each other.
That's awesome.
And then she's joking about sexual harassment, looking right at both of us. And we're sitting right next to each other, and he reaches his hand over and places it on top of mine. Jesus, dude. Fucking savage move right there.
Yeah. We went in, it was me and Stitch, went into the same meeting, and they passed out that little flyer with all the different types of harassment listed on there, and sitting there, and she's talking about them, and I just start checking them off, like, turn to Stitch, dude, I got 100%. I got 100%, is that good? I think I passed.
Yeah, there was quite a few of those check marks that I was like, oh, that applies to this person. That's this person. That's this person. These three are definitely me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's entertaining. Like, do you guys not know we're blue collar people and we're stuck together 12 hours a day? We're gonna jackass around.
Yeah.
Like,
well, just like I was telling you the other day, it was probably 3 hours after that meeting when we were in the take-ups, and Nice came back to tell us something happened, and I just yelled, "You fucking suck!"
You fucking suck!
And I turn around and Tom is standing right there. Oh, hey, what's up? That wasn't harassment. That was just banter.
Yeah, it's playful.
Yeah.
If he doesn't report it, it's not harassment.
That was just me friendly telling him that he's not very good at his job right now.
He should step up his efforts.
Yeah.
It's leadership. It's not harassment.
I was kindly directing him on how to be a better operator.
I don't know. I like it, though. The place we work and, like, the people we work with, where we can be a little heinous and joke pretty hard at each other.
Yeah.
I've not really been able to experience that in other jobs before. Because usually when you work, a different job besides the one we do, and somebody goes, "You fucking suck," it's probably because you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Versus, "Oh, I had this one tiny little insignificant problem. God, you piece of shit! Fucking kill yourself!
Yeah. Get your shit together! What the fuck are you doing up there?
Why don't you quit and go work for the post office, you idiot?"
You should get some of that rope over there and fucking hang yourself.
Dude. My go-to is, "Wow, you're not very good at this. Maybe, just maybe, consider taking your own life."
Yeah. Yeah, we were joking about, there was a person in our take-ups that no longer works there anymore. And was like getting beat up, and it was just running like shit. And I think it was T came up and was like, "Yeah, so-and-so, it looks like they want to kill themselves back there in the take-ups." And I was like, "Well, fortunately for us, I don't think she'd have to ask for help to tie the knot."
She's like, "Hey, Spencer, will you tie this knot?" "Absolutely."
You want like a hangman's noose? Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
I got you. You're like Googling how to do it.
I know how to do it. I spent lots of time in church just figuring out different knots.
To credit, if I had to go to church, I'd do the same.
But yeah, I had a whole course in Boy Scouts too. Did you ever do Scouts?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I was a Life Scout. So it's like 2 steps away from like your Eagle Scout.
Oh, okay.
But I just stopped going after that. But yeah, I did like all the stupid knots and stuff. Can't remember any of them, but hangman's noose that I can do. It's pretty easy actually.
Yeah, there's a guy I like to watch on YouTube and stuff, Pat Mack. He's like an ex-SF guy, and he tries to like use his platform to teach valuable skills and things like that. And he does a series of videos he calls Basic Dude Stuff, where he does like most of the time these very simple, basic things you can do, to basically be a good dude. Like, hey, grab that extra cart in the parking lot of the, grocery store and put it away with yours. Basic dude stuff. Or area beautification, and he'll like mow his lawn and weed eat. Basic dude stuff, and such shit like that. Then he does these knots. And knots is one thing I can barely wrap my little mind around. So he'll do all these complicated knots, and he'll go, "Oh, half hand, overhand, double sailor's knot, basic dude stuff." Like, no, that's not basic dude stuff, because I'm a basic dude and I can't do that.
Yeah, what point in my life am I going to need to know that for sure?
Right.
Like, maybe tying on the wire, do some crazy fucking knots, but I learned early on, if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot, so that's what I go by.
That's great logic.
Yeah.
That's why if you do 3 overhand knots, one slips, it slips into another. The second one slips, it goes in the third one. It's locked. It's not going anywhere.
Yep.
So I've been tying my shoes my whole life.
Yeah, I just like wrap it around my fingers a bunch of times and then pull it through and like, staying. Fuck it.
Yeah. Although I'm getting tired of that, I think I should just go the old man route and do Velcro shoes. No, that's outdated. It's like Crocs are Hey Dudes now.
Yeah. Shit, I got a pair of Crocs, my fucking Battle Crocs.
Battle Crocs.
They're not even real Crocs. They're like... So I got these... We went to Hawaii, and we were going to... So I had flip-flops, you know, to go to the beach and shit. And but we were going to this place where you have to hike to all these different waterfalls and shit. And it's not really a hike. You're just kind of walking up this trail that's like gravel. And but it's like... There's 3 or 4 different waterfalls that you go and check out, and there's pools that you can swim in, and on the way up, and so I wanted some shoes that I could wear both inside the water and like kind of hiking. So fucking went to Walmart and I got these. They're just like High Sierra, fucking
Discount Crocs.
Croc-offs. Yeah, Croc-offs. But fuck, man. I love them.
I get it. I really do. Every time I consider getting a pair, I remember how they look, and I go, nah, that's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm old enough that I'm just like, yeah, fuck, I don't care. These are going to be super comfortable, and if I, have to do a crane kick while I'm wearing these Crocs, they're going to stay on my feet.
I would pay good money to see you do a crane kick.
Well, we got the slip and slide coming up. So.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Every time I think about Crocs, I think about that scene from Deadpool. After he, cuts off his own hand and he goes home, and he's there with his blind roommate, and he kicks off his superhero boots and puts on his Crocs. She goes, I'm glad I'm blind, so I can't see you wearing those. And he goes, what, my big blue rubber masturbating shoes? And then as he walks, they're squeaking.
Yep. Especially if you get wet, dude. It's just like when I'm walking, it just like farts. It sounds like farts. My Crocs are farting. Or my knocks. But yeah, last year at the slip and slide party, I was trying to convince Chewy that he needed to buy a pair. Dude, put these on, man. Just wear them around for a little while and see what you think.
Did he do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if he ever bought a pair, but
he
may have lied to my face and said, dude, these are really comfortable.
No, I'm sure he meant it. But when it came time to buy them, he was sober and was like,
what was I thinking?
I don't know about these. Or Callie was like, don't ever wear those to bed.
Oh, yeah. Kara makes fun of my Crocs. I don't care.
So, yeah, it sounds like the voice of envy. Where's your fucking Crocs?
Yeah, and she wears Hey Dudes, so... Dude, your Hey Dudes were like, what, $55, and mine were like $9?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
People brag about Hey Dudes, but I'm just like... resilient about it. I'm like, I'm sure they're comfortable. It's nice to slip shoes on and off. I just don't think I could bring myself to do it. I like real shoes too much.
Yeah. And to be fair, all of my shoes that I wear, I just have a knot tied onto it really loosely, and I just slip my feet into them. Even these shoes, like my New Balance that I'm wearing right now, like I go to the gym and they're super loose. I don't tie them. So I can't hold my breath for that long.
I remember I was working at ConAgra years and years ago, and this guy started, and he was vastly older than me. I want to say he was probably in his late 50s, and he was a big dude, like not massive. He was actually, his stature was much smaller than mine, but he had this huge fucking gut, like talking beer gut with pregnancy, big gut. And he would because we had to change out every day. We had to wear uniforms, and then you'd put back on your regular clothes. And he'd be in there in the locker room trying to tie his boots, and he's and I'm like, dude, you've only got 2 eyelets. And I remember I was just like, at the end of one day, I was really annoyed about something. It didn't matter. I was feeling like being a prick to somebody because I was a child, and he's in there. And so I started making fun of him, and I'd like put my shoes on, and I'm still standing up, and I got my foot on the bench tying my lace, and he's like breathing real heavy, and I started going and I went at it for a good like 10 seconds, and he goes, "Fuck you." You know what? That's fair, but still, as a rebuttal,
I would have been like, "Holy fuck, man! Here, stand up." Start tying the shoes for him.
Maybe you should switch to Velcro, dude.
Yeah. Have you heard of just slip-in boots
Yeah.
and a long shoehorn?
Yeah, he didn't like me much after that.
No.
And I still don't care.
Hey, even my shoes that I wear to work, I just kick them on, slip them on. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I could actually tie my shoes without being out of breath, but I don't want to.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a thing for shoes now. Never had one before. Now I do. Especially Adidas Superstars. And my sister had sent me a link to a pair a few months ago. And now that they're out, I'm like, fuck, I just need to buy them. But they're green. And they have the Adidas stripes are red. And I think I was telling you about them yesterday. The shell of the toe is like the texture of a manhole cover.
Oh,
because they're Ninja Turtles
Ninja
style.
Turtle ones?
And I was like, I don't care that I would look like a child wearing them. I'm going to get them.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to get them today because they're way overpriced right now.
Yeah. No, I think that the Superstar, those Adidas shell top Superstars are like the cleanest fucking sneaker that you can wear with anything. Like,
And they're like timeless.
yeah.
Even though they came out in the 70s and they were really popular in the 80s, like, you see people wearing them now, you're like, damn, those shoes look slick.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do that same thing. I'll like get online and look and fuck, I need to buy some of these, and then I just don't end up doing it. Well, I have a thing for shoes too, and I like just really kind of obscure shoes that I don't know that a lot of people don't really look at, or maybe like, but like I'll find shoes that I just like the look of, like
Yeah.
what the bottom is made out of. I think maybe if I was rich, I would just design shoes. Like,
That would actually be pretty cool. I mean, I would only have like 3 or 4 flavors that I would design and just change them up
Yeah.
at random, but I would do that. You know, another fashion thing I've been like on a kick on, and it's really made me realize that I've got a pattern of behavior where about every 5 years I switch up the style of shirt I really like. So for a few years it was like baseball style shirts, you know, with the 3/4 length sleeves and the V cut and all that. And then it was flannels and, you know, black t-shirts and whatever. And now I'm onto like Hawaiian style shirts. And I think maybe it's my inner Magnum PI coming out. I'm going to have to start wearing really short
really
shorts.
short shorts.
Or as Tom Selleck calls them, appropriately length shorts.
Yeah. I used to have a pair of those OP shorts back in like corduroy shorts
Yeah.
when I was like fucking 10. But yeah, that shit was hella dope back then. But yeah, I don't know if it's... I keep getting like Hawaiian style shirts popping up in my feed, and some of them are fucking pretty cool. I almost bought some the other day, but I looked at it like 3X, and I was like, oh, cool, yeah. And I looked at it like the sizing, and it was like the 3X was like the chest was like 54 inches around the chest, and I was like, come on. Yeah, that's not going to work.
So I've been getting mine on like Temu.
Yeah.
Because they're like $7 or $8 a piece. And they're crafted well enough to last for the amount of time I wear them.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm so odd shaped, having a really long torso and short legs, where I need like almost a 2X length shirt, but minimum 1X length. But my body type is like somewhere between a large and an extra large.
Yeah.
So the shirts come off a little baggy, but the length is correct. And so I'm like, yeah, I can live with that. So yeah, if you're looking for Hawaiian shirts, that's the fucking place to go. They fit a little big.
Yeah. Well, again, the like Asian sizing is just fucking like a 3X is like a extra large here. Most of the shit that I find. Yeah, I like get fucking Carhartt shirts, and then I'll get like a 2X and a Carhartt shirt, and then I'm just like fucking swimming in it. It's like,
Yeah.
just make a fucking decision on what 2X actually means.
So make it universal.
Yeah. Make it the same, you know, whether it's centimeters or fucking inches, whatever.
You know what I find funny about size versus cost is a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy like a normal size shoe, and let's say they cost $80, fair. And then if you're going to get like a size 14 shoe, because let's say you have abnormally large feet, they cost another $15 or $20. Okay, makes sense. But if I buy a pair of shell toe Adidas for me for $80, and then one of my kids wants a pair, or especially like Elsie's, because I was going to get her a pair one day, they're the same fucking cost. Her feet are the third of the size of my feet. Why are they the same cost?
Yeah.
Like you use a third of the material.
Yeah.
It's horseshit.
Make it half the price, because most of the time she's going to outgrow that in less than a year anyways, so it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get my kids, like, nice shoes and, you know, buy them Nikes and, you know, hoping that they would last longer than a summer or whatever. And
Doesn't
even we
happen.
buy them, like, a size up, and then, yeah, they wear them for, like, half of the school year. And I need new shoes. Why? Those ones are fine. No, they're too small. Jeez.
Really?
Okay, well, let's go to Walmart.
Yep.
I would usually go to, like, TJ Maxx or something and find...
Yeah. Or like Famous Footwear where you can get like a BOGO or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was younger and living in California, like, shoes were a big deal. Where if you didn't wear like name brand shoes, kids would bully you and shit. I didn't get it then, I don't get it now. Like, if the shoes look cool and you like them and they fit, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But now we're in this weird day and age where full-grown adults are spending $600 for a pair of Jordans.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, on average.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jordans are fucking ugly shoes anyway. Like,
Yeah.
if you like them, I'm not hating on you, but personally, I'm like, for $600, I could get like 9 pairs of good shoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like there's like, I don't know if you like have seen like the sneaker con things where they're like spending $5,000 on certain pairs of like Nike Dunks. That's like, dude, are you fucking serious, man? First of all, you're not even gonna wear the shoes. You're gonna buy them and then display them and then try to resell them later on for more money like it's a collector's item. It's like, dude, it's a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
It's meant to be bought, worn until they're worn out, and then buy a new pair of shoes.
Yeah. So the last pair of shoes I threw away was a pair of shell toes, and they were like black suede, white stripes, white toe, white sole. And I got a lot of good mileage out of them, and then it was like it was time to retire them, and I went, no, those are yard shoes now.
Yep.
So you use them while you're mowing the lawn or weed eating or whatever, and then they finally run their course, and you're like, I want another pair of shoes. I have to throw these away. And even as you're going to drop them in the trash can, you're like, should I? I could still use them.
Yeah. What can I use them for? I know I can hold on to them. No, I've got, yeah. I used to have a real big problem with shoes, and like, I would go to outlets and just like go through the outlets and look at, just find. That's why I was asking if you ever been to that Adidas outlet up in Park City. They used to have some really cool shit there, and like,
yeah,
stuff that you couldn't find. And I still have pairs of shoes upstairs that I just like bought there, and I'll wear occasionally. But they're like brand new shoes, but I've had them for 7-8 years, but I've only worn them like 10 times maybe.
Yeah, I've got a few pairs like that too.
Yeah.
It's mostly my hiking shoes.
Yeah.
That's how often I go hiking.
Yeah. Not so much anymore. Like just the other day I pulled out. So I was looking at my Vans, my gray Vans that I have, and I was like, oh, those are pretty beat up. I should get a new pair of shoes for the summer. And I was like, they're Vans. Fucking, I'll just wash them.
Yeah.
But I just like got out a scrubbing brush and some soap and just like cleaned them up. They look fucking brand new now.
Dude, that's... So I went to the county fair this last summer, and there was one of those, peddlers in the big building or whatever, and he's like, he had a really good pitch. He's like, tell you what, let me clean one of your shoes. If you don't have to buy anything, just let me do one. Just let me show you the difference. And I was like, all right, cool, So he cleaned one of my shoes, and I was wearing a pair of Vans, and it looked literally brand fucking new. And I was like, all right, you sold me. How much is a kit, So I bought the kit, and now it's, if I've worn a pair of shoes for like a week or two, literally if I'm sitting down watching TV, I just scrub those shoes with that cleaning kit, and they literally look like they just came out of the box.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is all you really need right here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need 85 pairs of shoes. You just need to put a little bit of elbow grease into it.
Yeah, take care of your shit a little bit. But yeah, as I was doing that, my kids came down, the twins, and both of them like came down at separate times and was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just cleaning my shoes. What for? I was like, well, look, here's the one that I just did, and here's the other one that I'm about to do. Yeah, I'm like, oh, they look brand new.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so can I clean my shoes? Yeah, if you want to. Just grab a towel. We'll use this brush right here. So both of them came down and like cleaned their shoes. We're all just sitting there cleaning our shoes, watching TV.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Take care of the things you love, or you don't have them anymore. That's just the way that works.
Even though their shoes were like, I think one of them, the shoes that she got, they were like $16 at TJ Maxx or something.
Excuse me.
But she likes them, and she likes the way they look, and so she cleaned them, and they look pretty much brand new. Like the stitching is coming out a little bit, but like,
take a lighter to it and singe them off. I think there's something to be said for the way you dress and what you wear speaks a lot about a person.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Preston about this the other day, about like the way you present yourself is the way you feel about yourself in a lot of ways, where you'll see people who go to like Walmart and shit in their pajamas, like that person does not care a whole lot about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you pass by somebody and they got some funk going on, like, bro, the fucking deodorant aisle's down there, aisle 27, get 2.
Yeah, I'll walk down there with you and show you if you need to.
Also, there's body wash and loofahs and everything you need to fix that problem. But it really does speak volumes about a person, because what you see and what you smell is your first experience of those people. So when you come across somebody and they smell like a literal bag of assholes, it tells you exactly who you're speaking to, in terms that they don't care about themselves, they don't care about their representation to other people. Therefore, you shouldn't really care a whole lot about them in a way. And I don't say that in like a malicious way, but kind of going like, if you neglect your hygiene, I kind of don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
If you can't put on like a regular pair of pants or shorts or something to go to Walmart, the lowest class place in town, what does that say about you?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And in that same vein, there's like two types of people that might smell like that, like a bag of literal shit. People that don't care about themselves, or like people that are like super hippie, people that actually think that they're better than everybody else for not doing it. Like,
I actually would accept that
yeah,
over people who just neglect it and don't see it as a problem.
yeah,
And I know in the episode we did recently, we talked about smelly people at work and how it's like the same people. And I can't help but question, like, do you not know you stink? Do you not realize that you're funky as fuck? And do you not know how it affects other people? Because we've all had to work with somebody who doesn't have good oral hygiene. And with the job we do, we're oftentimes in very close vicinity of each other, like
yeah.
in each other's breathing space. And if you're that person and you smell, I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I'm not going to pull any more punches about that. Chew some fucking gum. Do something. I'm going to pass out.
Yeah. Did you eat ass for breakfast today?
Did you walk to your car, walk through your yard and go, oh, sweet, a dog turd?
I was running out.
Which reminds me, do you remember Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that she was grody.
I never, like, experienced the full funk from her. Except for one time when we were doffing and she just smelled like fucking a bag of rotten onions. But I never, that was the one time, and it was just kind of a brief thing, but I didn't have to be in close vicinity to her that often, but it was enough that I was like, oh, yeah, that is very noticeable.
That's ripe.
Yeah. This one forgot to be picked. But yeah, that was pretty bad.
She was, oh God. There's like PTSD rolling through my mind right now of how bad she was. So obviously she didn't wash her face because her face looks like a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Just a myriad of different skin problems. She definitely didn't brush her teeth because I'm pretty sure like the film on her teeth could have made enough mass to make another set of teeth. She was so.
She brushed her teeth with leftover plaque from somebody else's mouth.
And like she'd wear the same clothes to work every day, even though we put on coveralls. You could still see, like when she would come in, wearing the same shirt, the same shorts. And even Terry was telling me, because her locker was just downstream of hers, she would pull her socks out of the locker and like whip them out and put them back on. Like, can you imagine how crusty and gross those are?
Just putting your feet into it and it's like uncrusting around your foot. That's so gross.
It's like the towel that stands up in the corner of a teenager's room.
Cubbies were ready to just go out and do work for her.
She didn't even need to hook them up. She could just stand them. Yeah, she was nasty. You can only imagine how bad that vagina was.
Oh my gosh, dude. I don't even...
It was like if you opened up a sewer main into a pile of corpses rotting in the Arizona sun in July. Nasty.
It's like having sex in a Red Lobster dumpster in July or August.
I don't even think you could. I don't think you got enough force to break the crust layer to get in.
You gotta peel the scab off.
That's one of my favorite jokes to tell. Sandpaper Sally. And I love to see people wince when you tell it. Like, yeah, I did that my first time too.
Yeah, that's gross.
Did you hear that Red Lobster is closing?
Really?
Yeah. They've been closing locations all around the country for the past few months, and now they're just done.
Really?
I blame one thing and one thing only. The fucking price of the food.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know everything's freeze-dried there.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't care. Like, the food's still good. But the fact that you have to pay, like, $30 for a small piece of steak that's not cooked very well and freeze-dried shrimp, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
When a beer is $17 there, you're like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, the last time... So we went to Red Lobster a couple months ago. Probably... Actually, it was probably about 7 months ago. Because we'd gotten a gift card for Christmas or something for Red Lobster. And so Kara and I went and took one of the twins. It was like us three. We had like a $50 gift card. It was us three. And so we used the gift card and still ended up paying like $70.
Jesus.
It was like we just ordered fucking regular food, you know, nothing crazy.
You didn't go for like the New York strip and shrimp scampi.
Yeah. And it was like, fuck, man. I think maybe I think Kara maybe had gotten like a mixed drink or something, but
How much was the gift card?
$50.
Oh, that's half the gift card right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice if you get like a $50 gift card, you can each get a drink and like a bloomin' onion.
Share an appetizer.
Yeah.
Share the lobster bisque.
That lobster bisque is pretty good though.
Yeah.
Even though it's fucking freeze dried.
Well, I like their food, and it's kind of like, you know, I know what to expect. I know it's not going to be super fresh seafood. It's like, we're in Utah. They're going to have to get the seafood here somehow. It's not transported here live, so it's going to be frozen. Probably the same shit you get at Costco.
Yeah.
But their coconut shrimp is fucking delicious.
It is. The food there is good.
Yeah.
I won't deny it. It's just the cost. It's just
shit. Right now, I can eat about 19 Cheddar Bay biscuits, dude.
Right? Speaking of Costco, they're going to keep that one alive. Because you can buy the mix at Costco.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just as good.
So I bought some last year sometime, whatever. And I had it in the pantry and ended up seeing a fucking recipe video on like a reel or something on Facebook where a lady was making pizza and made the pizza dough out of the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix.
Oh my god, my inner fat kid just got a boner.
Yeah. So you just make the biscuit mix and then like bake it in the oven for like 10 minutes or something, like that, pull it out and then put all your toppings on it and then bake it again with all the cheese and shit on it. It's pretty fucking good.
Wow. God.
Like when I made it, I think I made it a little bit too thick because I was thinking, oh yeah, the biscuits, but you probably want to make it a little thinner just because the crust was like fucking 1.5 inches thick.
You almost had to dip
delicious.
it in milk before you took a bite.
Like maybe like a fucking cheese sauce or something. Yeah, I don't know. It was good though.
Dude, you know who has honestly bomb ass pizza is fucking Walmart. That breakfast pizza they have.
Really?
Yeah, oh my god, it's so good. So the sauce is gravy. Then it has sausage and bacon and eggs, and then topped with cheese. Holy shit, I could eat 2 of those.
I've had breakfast pizza before, but I didn't know that they even had that there.
Yeah, it's super good. And they're like
Like
$8 or $9.
take and bake type thing?
Yeah, pretty much. They're not quite frozen. They're usually up by the deli.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're super fucking good.
Huh.
Criminally good.
Maybe we'll have to get some of those tonight.
Dinner.
This fucking Maverick right here has really good pizza, actually.
Do they really?
Yeah. You know, all of them have that little deli thing inside where they make their food, and they're all a little bit different, but they make the same things. But this one right here, They just have like individual slices of pizza, and they're pretty fucking good.
I tried something about gas station pizza. So when I lived in Missouri, they had Casey's there, and they still do. But they would make all their pizza in house, and they would. I don't know if they still do, but they would roll their own dough and like a legit pizzeria.
Mm-hmm.
And their pizzas were so fucking good. Even while I was there a couple weeks ago, I went back to my hotel and I was like, "Fuck, I'm hungry." So I stopped there and I grabbed 4 slices of pizza, and I blinked and they were gone. That's how good they were.
What's your favorite pizza place, like chain?
Oh man, God, that's tough. Like all around, not trying to go too high or too low, but just on a blanket any day is probably Papa John's.
They're solid.
What's yours?
Like everyday pizza would probably be the same. Papa John's. I think in Utah, the Pie has really good pizza.
In terms of quality, I would give it to the Pie.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to drive all the way to fucking the Pie to go get pizza every day. Or on a given day.
Same.
This pizza place, there's a pizza place actually right down here at the top of the road up there on Village. It's called the United Slice, I think it's called. They have really good pizza. But they make all their own shit there. But they have a pizza buffet like during the week.
Mm.
It's like from 11 until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like $10 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have like a salad bar, and then they just, when you pay for it, they just ask you what kind of pizza you like.
Mm.
And then they'll make a pizza with like half pepperoni pizza and then half like a barbecue chicken pizza, if that's what you like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Or like the Philly cheesesteak pizza or whatever. But their pizza is actually really good. But it's a little pricey.
Yeah, it's one of my other favorites is Mountain Mike's.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know what they put on it. Even though they cut their slices really, really thin, that pizza is really good. But on any other given day, like on a weekend where I'm not working or something, I actually prefer Papa Murphy's.
Oh, take and bake.
Yeah, the old take and bakes,
Mm-hmm.
like the 5 meat fucking stuffed pizza is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll get tonight. So the kids just graduated. Their 8th grade graduation was last night, and then they had field day today. But they have like 10 friends or something coming over later on this evening, and they're gonna like light a fire and burn all their schoolwork.
Nice.
Fire in the backyard. But so I have to go and figure out something to feed all these teenage girls.
Definitely Papa Murphy's.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe I'll just go to Little Caesars, but I don't really want to eat Little Caesars and shit all day tomorrow.
So I get the opposite problem with Little Caesars. Like, don't shit, but if I eat Domino's, it's happening. If I'm going to start a cleanse, I'm going to start at day one with fucking Domino's.
I haven't had Domino's pizza in years, probably.
There's a reason. It sucks.
Yeah. I'd go Little Caesars over Domino's every day.
Same.
But when I do go to Little Caesars, I get the Detroit style, the deep dish. Have you had their deep dish?
No.
Dude.
I might have to.
It's fucking delicious.
Might have to engage in that one.
Yeah. You just get like a pepperoni deep dish. So Detroit style is a different style of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the square pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the headquarters of Little Caesars is, I guess, is in Detroit. And it became their style of pizza because they would use the old pans from... it was one of the car factories they had there. And they got rid of all these machining pans that they had, and so they started cooking pizzas in them.
It's genius.
So it's like a deep dish.
Anything to crutch that fucking city along.
Yeah. So it's like a fucking... Every piece of pizza has like... is like a corner piece. And the bottom is cooked perfect, so it's like crispy but fluffy on the inside, and then the cheese like falls down on the sides and gets that crusty cheese.
Ooh.
It's good.
I might have to give that a go. Now, if you had to pick one, and the other one you could never have again, pizza or sushi?
Pizza.
Got him.
Pizza.
Keep pizza and get rid of sushi?
Yeah.
I'm sadly on the same page.
Yeah.
I fucking love sushi, but holy shit. Pizza, that's a staple of the American diet.
Yeah. I'm not even hungry. Like, if I'm not even hungry, if I go to the gas station and they have, like, pizza, I'll get a piece of pizza just because I want to see what their pizza tastes like.
That's fair.
If I go there and they have sushi, I'm like,
gas station sushi. That's a roll of the die.
Yeah. So I could live without sushi. You know, I would miss it, but...
What's your favorite sushi place?
I think probably Sushi Burrito.
I was going to say the same.
Just because I don't... Like, if you order it and it's like one thing... I don't feel like a piece of shit for eating a whole tray of sushi. Like, okay, I have one roll, I'm going to eat it. It's a burrito. It's not fucking 2 plates of sushi.
Right? I don't know. So, one day when we were all still on 11 and 12, and we did, Chewy's wife, Callie, went and grabbed sushi burrito for us, and we would kind of do this on and off, where if she was going to run and get it, we would each get a different burrito, and then him and I would get one to split to try. So we would like go through the menu of them. And so I just went like classic, California sumo or whatever it was, the tempura fried one. Mm-hmm. And he got something else, and then we agreed on like this spicy one, and it had jalapenos in it. And so we split it in half, and he takes one half and I take the other half, and like he got a few bites in, he's like, this isn't spicy at all. And so I took the first bite, and when I pulled the burrito away, there's like 7 coins of jalapenos that I just bit right through. And I was like, we should have traded.
Go tradesies here. No, yeah, I think I've had like, the one that I usually get is that tempura fried one, it's like the Vegas Nights or whatever it is.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. But I've had probably 6 or 7 different ones from there, and every one has been fucking delicious.
Yeah, you could literally close your eyes and point on the map and take whatever you get, and you're going to be happy with it.
Yeah. But Simply Sushi has a coconut shrimp one.
Ooh, that one's good.
Fuck. Getting hungry now.
I miss when they did endless sushi. They don't do it anymore.
Don't they?
No, not after COVID.
Dude,
yeah.
COVID changed so much weird shit.
The dumbest shit, too.
Yeah.
Like, because I get there's a certain amount of money that they may be losing, but where they have the policy of, like, if you leave so much on your plate, we have to charge you for the whole roll, they make their money back.
Yeah.
But for me, because I'm stubborn, I'm like, I'm not leaving a single piece on that plate. Like, it's almost rude to me to do that.
Yeah.
Even if I'm bursting at the seams and I got to run home and take a shit right after this, I'm going to finish that last piece of sushi. Mm-hmm. And I've had to do it many times. I've walked out of there in pain.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're not losing money on me, because not only am I going to pay for this, I'm also going to tip you well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I haven't been there probably a few years before COVID. The last time I went there, just because it's far. But
yeah,
there's a place out here, Osaka Sushi, and like during the weekdays, it's like most of their rolls are half off, and so they're like $4 or $5 each roll. And so you go up there every once in a while and fucking slam about 10 rolls of sushi.
Easily.
Oh, yeah. Not feel guilty about it. It's fish. It's good for you.
And it's cheap.
And it's rice. And it's half off, so let me get about 10 of those rolls.
Give me the menu, I'll tell you which 10.
Why don't I just tell you the ones that I don't want? Because there's only going to be about 4 of those.
Yeah. I actually, lately, I've kind of grown more fond of nigiri than actual sushi rolls. Because you'll get that, that chunk of rice and like a piece of yellowfin on top.
Yeah.
And I hate it when people talk about, oh, it's fucking raw fish, that's gross. Like, have you had it? Nah, dude, you don't get it. It's so good. You don't think about it not being cooked. You think about the fact that you just dip it in just a touch of soy sauce and it melts in your mouth. Mm-hmm. You barely have to chew it. It's so fucking good.
Yeah. Most of the time, like when people talk about like sushi having a fishy flavor, that's probably not good sushi.
Exactly. It's not fresh.
It's probably not the fish you're tasting, it's the seaweed. It's like the seaweed tastes like the ocean.
Yeah.
But if you get nigiri, it doesn't really have. It's not wrapped in seaweed, right?
Most of the time,
it's just the fish and the rice.
Once in a while, you'll get a piece that has like a
little strip wrapped around the rice.
Yeah, just a binder strip, and that's it.
Yeah.
But if you're using soy sauce accordingly, you can't taste that either.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying drown your piece in soy sauce. It's just like a dab,
Have you ever made sushi bake?
Don't think so.
So try this. So you make the rice. So you just make a thing of rice. And then you get like imitation crab.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when I've done it, I've just gotten like a small piece of salmon and then cooked it in the air fryer for like 15 minutes. And then chop it up, mix it with the imitation crab, and then mix it with sour cream, a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of sour cream and mayonnaise.
Oh, okay.
And you put it with the fish, the imitation crab and the salmon. You mix it all up. Put some sriracha in there, however much spice you like. And then I'll usually put like onions and stuff in it. And then you put the rice down in like a baking dish.
Mm-hmm.
And then put that on top, the fish stuff on top. And then crumble up seaweed over the top of it.
Ooh.
And then you put it in the oven and bake it for like 20 minutes.
Mom, are you listening?
Yeah. And you just pull it out, cut it into little squares, and then you just get your nori strips and then just like pick them up. Eat your sushi.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. And it's like you get a fucking huge ass tray of sushi for like $20.
Yeah.
The price of the salmon and the imitation crab is like $3 for a pound or something like that.
Yeah. I watched this video recently and it was like, if you knew how imitation crab was made, you wouldn't eat it. Like, bullshit.
I've seen the chicken nuggets video.
I know how a lot of food's made. Hasn't stopped me yet.
Yeah, I was the guy in the factory testing it to make sure it tasted right.
Yeah, I've had to eat more Vienna sausages than I can recall, and I've seen how they're made. Still not that bad.
I think maybe we're weird for thinking that. Do you like Vienna sausages?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think because I've eaten so many of them over the time I worked in the factory where they were made that I'm like, I won't go out of my way, but I won't turn one down if it's offered.
Yeah. Same. I don't like go and buy them, but my kids will show up with Vienna sausages, cans of them. I think they get them from my brother's house, but like they'll just turn up in my pantry and like, okay, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I'll smash.
Yeah.
We used to do this thing. I called it mac and cheese bar, where I would make like a huge pot of mac and cheese, and then I would get all these sides. Like I would get a can of black pepper Spam, dice it up, sear it, and then I would get a couple of Vienna sausages. And the best way to heat up Vienna sausages is to pull the label off the can and drop the can in a pot of boiling water. Let the juice that's inside actually heat the sausages up so you're not drying them out. And then like a can of Rotel and a bunch of other shit. And it was like everybody could just get a bowl, fill it with mac and cheese, and put all the shit you want to put in there, stirred up yourself. You know, it was like a buffet. And that was like a go-to kind of family meal. But yeah, when you heat up Vienna sausages to put in your mac and cheese, they're really good.
I've never even thought about heating up Vienna sausages.
Yeah, heat them up in the can.
Huh.
That's the best way.
I just fucking eat them raw, straight out of the fucking can.
Which you can, but they are better when they're warm.
Did not even know that.
Yeah, because when I worked on the line, so the Vienna sausages would go into what they called a packer. So a can would drop in, and it was like a big cylinder to a revolver, to where it would have just enough space to put your 6 sausages in there. It would drop out into a chute, go down a conveyor, and then people would inspect them or pull them off and then fix them. Like if you got what they called a nubbin, which was the end of the sausage link, and they would pick those out and put a fresh sausage in there, or like a short or whatever, and then they would put it back on the conveyor, and it would go under the broth filler, which is they basically just go slow on the conveyor where it fills it with broth and goes into the what do they call it, the fucking lid machine. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, it would put a lid on it and it would steam it closed. So when they would come off of the line, like ready to go in for hydrostatic heating, you could take them off and you could eat them right then and there, where they were super fresh. The broth was still hot, so the sausages were hot, and that was like the best way to eat them. Or right out of the hydrostatic heater.
And they're still hot.
Yeah. So that was the best time, because when you have to eat them cold, they're edible and they're still good, but they're not as good as when they're hot.
Yeah, I've never even thought about heating them up.
It's a game changer.
Maybe I'll have to buy a can. Fucking check it out.
I recommend it.
I'll do it. I'm going to do it.
I don't recommend the barbecue ones, because the barbecue sauce is garbage.
Trash.
Yeah, it's like tomato paste, slurry, and water. And the viscosity is terrible. It's never mixed well. It smells like ketchup, and I hate the smell of ketchup. So, yeah, those are gross.
Meow. I've never even seen those either. I guess my Vienna sausage game is fucking weak.
Most people's is. If I didn't work in the fucking factory, I wouldn't know that shit either.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird people that likes the potted meat, though. Like, 'cause my mom used to get that shit, and it just like, it's like Vienna sausage, just mashed up meat.
Pretty much.
Meat, deviled meat, or whatever it's called.
What do you think is in that potted meat?
I don't know, but it's fucking good. You just like spread it on a Ritz cracker.
So, what's funny is that place I worked, they had 3 lines. One of them was straight dedicated to Vienna sausage. And then the central line did, they would do the 15-ounce cans of corned beef hash or different brands of chili, or they would do potted meat. And then like the big line ran mostly cheese, but sometimes they would make gravy, or the big gallon cans of corned beef hash. And so, working quality control, I had to try everything. The only food I never ate there, because I refused to try it, was potted meat. Because I would just look at it and go, that looks like fucking cat food.
Yeah, it does. It smells like it too, a little bit.
Yeah. Imagine dealing with that for 10 or 11 hours a day.
Yeah, I'd probably not want to eat it either. I just watched a video the other day of some lady that was like eating cat food. And she's like, this is how I like to eat it. And she like popped up, opened a can. She's like, oh, I just want to try this. And so she pops open a can. She's like, yeah, this is my first time trying this. And she like gets a slice of bread and just spreads it on the bread and starts eating it. And she's like, actually, it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's a lot better than this other branded cat food. Holy fuck. How many brands have you eaten?
Well, animal food is actually made under the same stringent standards as regular human food.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that. I remember I was with my brother in Park City, and we went to the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory or whatever it is.
Mm.
And we're in there waiting in line to check out, and they have the basket with the free dog biscuits. And he's like, dare you to eat one. And I didn't even blink. I just grabbed it and took a bite. And like I'm chewing on it, they're not good. They're not tasty. And I'm actually kind of gagging a little bit because I can't chew it enough. And he's like, I can't believe you just did that. I was like, it's not bad. Here. And he takes the other bite, and he's just like, oh, it's fucking disgusting. And I'm like, doesn't seem that bad to me, but secretly I'm like, I wasn't going to let him upstage me.
Yeah. One of my little cousins would eat the dog biscuits. Like, we'd have to put them up on the top of the refrigerator where she couldn't get them, because she would just eat them. I think she thought they were... when you're a little kid, you think shit is weird, though.
I always had this perception of dog biscuits, because do you remember Lethal Weapon 3?
Yeah.
You know when, like, Riggs is trying to quit smoking?
Yeah.
So they give him the dog biscuits, and he just gnaws on them like it's normal?
Yeah.
And I always thought, well, it can't be that bad. And then you try it, and you're like, no, these are terrible.
Yeah, it can't be that good either.
And then you get older, and you realize the prop master probably made oatmeal cookies in the shape of dog biscuits for him to eat.
Well, they have those, like, Scooby snacks. That are
Yeah.
like dog bones, but they're cookies for little kids.
Which are delicious, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
That's unfair.
For the dogs or for the...
No, for adults.
Oh, yeah.
Because you think it's just a kid snack, and they're like $7 a box, and you know you'll eat the whole box.
Yeah. I do that with all the kids' snacks, though. I actually found... So we went to Winco last time we went grocery shopping, and I found these in the bulk foods, like the bulk bin things. And I was just looking at all the shit that they had there, and because Kara was looking for pistachios or something.
Mm-hmm.
And saw some, like, toffee coated peanuts.
Ooh.
But they're like toffee and coconut.
Ooh.
Coated peanuts. Dude, I bought like 3 pounds of those. They're so good. It tastes like a fucking Butterfinger.
Yeah.
But it's just like candy coated peanuts.
I like Winco.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people talk shit about it, but it's like, what, because you have to measure your own shit? It's dumb? No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cheap, and they always have good stuff.
Dude, we drive all the way to Salt Lake to go to Winco just because it'll save us like $200 on fucking groceries.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only place out here is like Lucky's, which they're all right, but it's a small store and they hardly have. They don't have a very good selection of shit.
Yeah.
Winco is fucking huge and their prices are super low.
And they're always stocked up.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. And their, like, store brand shit is really good. Like, I prefer, like, their store brand, like, butter and cream cheese.
Yeah.
Their cream cheese, their store brand cream cheese is way better than, like, Philadelphia cream cheese.
Philadelphia is so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cream cheese, dude.
Yeah. And theirs is, like, half the price of the name brand shit, and it's way better quality, I think.
It is. And having worked in the food manufacturing as long as I did, one thing you learn is there's actually a very limited amount of factories that actually make certain products.
Yeah.
So ConAgra was one of 2 places that made Vienna sausage. So you can argue brand name all the time. They come from one of 2 places. You had Armour and then everything else. That's it. So if you're going to say like, oh, Libby's is better than Aldi's, they're the same thing.
The same thing.
100%. When I worked at the bacon factory, Daly's, they would package for other companies all the time, and it's literally the same fucking bacon.
Yeah.
And so when people want to argue name brand over store brand, it's a stupid point. You're literally paying extra for the brand name.
Yeah.
There's only like maybe 3 items that I'll argue name brand is better. Everything else is the same shit.
That's what I figure. I know that like cereal, they do that a lot with cereals. Like all the name brand cereals that are in the boxes are the same. It's the same cereal that's in bags.
It is.
It's the same factory and everything. It's a lot cheaper.
The only product that I'll argue is better to buy name brand than store bought is peanut butter.
Yeah.
Because I'm like Peter Pan and Jiffy, they know what they're doing. Store brands, not so much.
Yeah, I fucks with Jif, dude. I fucks with Jif heavy on peanut butter.
Is it Jif or Jiffy? Which Mandela effect are you?
I always remember it being Jif.
Same, but now it's Jiffy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have a jar upstairs.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. I don't remember it being Jiffy.
Dude, Mandela effects are so crazy.
They are the Berenstein Bears.
The Berenstain Bears?
Berenstain Bears.
No, it's Berenstein.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause I always likened it to like a Jewish family, nice Jewish family of bears.
Same. They're really good with quarters.
Yeah.
Every time I see one, and I know it's become such a trope where it almost seems like people are reaching now, but there are certain ones that I'm like, you can't convince me it's anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like Skechers. They're not spelled the same. Skechers used to have a T in it.
Does it not have a T?
No. No, this is going to have to be a whole episode, but I'm telling you, there's so much crazy shit with Mandela effect that there's quite a few of them that I'm like, you're not going to convince me no matter what you show me.
It's fucking every time they turn on that Hadron Collider at CERN, dude, something else changes.
Yeah, we meld into another universe.
Mm-hmm.
A certain somebody's life goes to shit.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure if you'd heard about that.
I'm pretty sure I cried laughing over that one. Like, oh, that's the reason.
It explains so much.
Not your poor decision making or,
That's a real stretch to like fucking say that out loud, that something like that has affected you on any kind of level. Like,
aside from like the memory differences between actual reality, the Large Hadron Collider has no foreseeable effect on any one person. But to try to point your finger at that is an extreme lack of self-awareness.
yes.
And I mean extreme.
Yeah, and just like, what is it when you like can't see yourself at fault for anything that you've done? Like,
Yeah.
this lack of understanding that poor choices lead to fucking shitty situations.
Yeah, well, and that person in particular, it's kind of sad. Like, severe codependent nature and, like, zero self-awareness of anything. Because when we talk about people who smell at work, that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
If not number one. And, like, that person has all these super high expectations of what that person feels they deserve. But it's like, how do you deserve any of that? Like, you're not self-aware enough to know that you smell like a bag of assholes. You're not self-aware enough to know that you're clingy and stalkerish. Like, you're not self-aware enough to go, I don't have the things to offer a partner, yet you so desperately seek a partner. And it's like, how are you not taking accountability for anything that you do wrong or just don't do at all?
Yeah. Well, it's, at some point you have to kind of, okay, I've been doing these things a certain way for this long and things are just not working out. Maybe I should start from here and change things closest to me and let those changes grow outward. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't know. That's a wild concept, I guess.
For that person, for sure. What's funny is I have heard of somebody else we work with offering to like give them these self-help books that they were reading, and that person was like, oh, I don't believe in any of that bullshit. Like, of course you don't, because you might have to look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Wild.
Personal accountability is too much for some people.
It really is, and I think that I don't know. I try to teach that to my kids, like, you know, yeah, you can do certain things, but this is what's going to happen. You know, it's your choice if you want to do that or not, but this is what's going to happen. You know, it's your choice. You make the choice, and then you're going to have to deal with those consequences. And it's like, I figure that's kind of like a pretty basic concept to teach kids, or like, I feel like I was taught that when I was a kid. Like, my actions are, you know, the repercussions that I see are, you know, caused by the actions that I've taken, you know.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, I was, I don't know how to word it, like, maybe I was self-aware, because I remember being very young and hearing, like, Newton's laws, and the one that always stuck with me, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So whatever you're going to do is going to have a repercussion. Now, whether it's a good or bad thing is on you and the decision you make. And I had that figured out really early on. I just didn't apply it until I was in my 30s, when I was actually mature-ish.
Yeah.
But I always understood it. And, you know, there's a part of you that goes, yeah, I know what's going to happen if I do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's just my own, like, stubborn mind going, yeah, I know, but let's put it to the test. But yeah, I do
I'll
think...
deal with that when it comes.
Yeah, that sounds like a tomorrow problem.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it is very sharp to teach kids that.
Yeah.
Even if you apply it in a more meaningful way, where, like, I'll tell my daughter, hey, if you want to do this, you need to do this. You need to, like, clean your room. But I don't go in and, like, force her to clean her room. She doesn't do it, then she doesn't get the thing, and she gets upset. Like, no, we had a deal. This was what you were supposed to do. You didn't do it, therefore you don't get this reward.
Yeah.
However, if you had done it, you would have gotten the reward. It's that simple. Just teaching kids basic concept of taking accountability for themselves and what they do and don't do. Sadly, there's a lot of people in this world who have not been taught that.
Yeah. And, like, this past year, like, one of the twins has an issue with, like, showering every day. She's just lazy. Like, fucking shower. I showered yesterday. Like, yeah, but you need to shower every day. Or not. You can smell like a burning bag of ass hair. I don't care. It's up to you. You can be the smelly kid in class. Fine, I'll go shower. Like, it's not for me. It's for you.
Well, it's also partly for me.
Partly for me, but you just stand over there and we're good.
See, I'm like the silliest person about, like, this is going to sound so dumb, about brushing my teeth. Because I'll have days where I'm like, I'll get a shower and I'll brush my hair, brush my beard, and do all these other things, and, like, I get done with that and I'm like, God, I don't feel like brushing my teeth. And then I think about all the people who don't brush their teeth and how fucking rancid their breath is, and I go, yeah, I'm going to just take 2 minutes and get it done.
Yeah.
And it literally doesn't take long.
No.
But for some reason I get to that point and I'm just suddenly very lazy about it, and I'm like, nah, just do it. Quit being a bitch.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I, like, cannot go without in the morning. Like when I think maybe it's since I got my CPAP, like my mouth just gets so dried out at night. And so I wake up, I just have like
Film.
film, and I'm just like, so I feel like I have to go straight, like before I even piss, I'll go brush my teeth. Brush my teeth, get a drink of water, feel like refreshed, and then go like shower, use the bathroom, whatever I'm doing. But yeah, it's just like people that obviously haven't brushed, they have like plaque on their teeth still. Definitely didn't brush your teeth today. It smells like a fucking, I don't know.
If you dipped roadkill in a bucket of shit.
Yeah. Use dental equipment office or something.
What gets me is the people who don't brush their teeth regularly, and then they do it once and you catch a whiff and you're like, yeah, it smelled like if you put a piece of bubble gum in your ass.
Yeah. That's a minty fresh pile of shit.
Poured mouthwash into a latrine. Good job.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we covered some important topics. Shoes, food, dental hygiene, Mandela effect.
Yeah, we'll have to get into the Mandela effect more deeply.
Yeah, that's one where I need a little bit more prep time because I want to actually get the images to actually go through for the visual and not just have notes. But
yeah,
that's going to be a good one.
Maybe if you get stuff set up, we can do it like a video.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Might be a good one for like visuals. Yeah.
I think so. Anyway, that's good. Thanks, Boo.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.